Steve and Jelley.
Hello.
Thank you. We're here at Donington Park, a very noisy, unsilenced test day, but yeah, good to see you again. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Yeah, it's really good to be here. And as you said, yeah, there's some interesting stuff driving around.
Definitely. It's always nice to see, though, BTCC cars in the flesh. Not something a lot of people were expecting you to come back to touring cars, especially with this team, but it's all good news, mate, isn't it? And you must be excited to get going.
Yeah, same as me, really. I was sort of looking for what was out there. Obviously, the team took a sabbatical last year, and I started talking to Josh. Josh was sort of saying all good things are happening, and you sort of think, oh yeah, whatever, surely it's can't be that great. But I thought, I'll go and have a look, go and talk to the guys in the workshop, and was really pleased with what I saw. It was just exciting stuff. Everything was gearing up. Good work going on the cars. All the guys there beavering away. So it's a bit of a no-brainer, really. Yeah. Get back involved, and it's been great.
Yeah, good stuff. Obviously, you mentioned the team were out for last season, but it's good. Obviously, they're bringing back a reliable car that the team knows well, as does Josh, and obviously you're an experienced championship in the driver as well. So everything makes sense, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of positives. I think the Civic was one of the reasons for me that it did make sense, because it is a real known quantity. It's sort of renowned for being quite forgiving. It's a longer wheelbase front-wheel drive car, so potentially easier to get along with. And it's had some good success. So spoke to Jason Plato. He had nothing but good things to say about the team, and Jason doesn't hold his tongue if he's got something to say. Exactly that. It's been great.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, prior to last year, you're obviously in a rear-wheel drive car in the touring cars. Again, last year you're in Porsche's rear-wheel drive. So coming back to front-wheel drive, and obviously a car that you haven't actually driven before in the championship. Test days like today, last week at Croft, and then obviously we've got media day next week. They're all really important, aren't they? Just to get you up to speed, get you back into the swing of things, because it's a very different dynamic to like the Porsche Carrera Cup you were in last year, isn't it?
It very much is. It's the opposite. The Carrera Cup car is a bit out there on its own as well with its driving style, because that car, it is very, very stiff. You can't touch the dampers, and they're incredibly stiff. And the thing is just uncomfortably stiff, the Carrera Cup car. So, and the driving style is quite an early brake and then a long trail into the corner and then just obliterate the throttle. Quite strange. A rear-wheel drive touring car is quite a normal thing and good over the bumps and quite a nice thing to get on with. This is similar to that, but you've just got to think about how the dynamics of how you get that front to perform and control the rear, because obviously you've got to set the rear up to be able to move to get that front in there, and it's just getting comfortable with all the different feelings. They're coming from the Carrera Cup car, they feel very, very soft and a lot of weight moving around, but it's learning how to use that weight and how to balance that for your advantage. And we're getting there. I've been pleasantly surprised where my times have come out. Actually, I've got the basics in my head of what you have to do of a lap of all of the circuits in the UK to get a touring car around there. It doesn't matter whether it's front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, whatever it is. That's what you have to do. So when we bought a set of tyres on, it's just take the head out, take the brain out, go and hope for the best. And then it's been okay. So that's where we've been.
I think that's typical touring car driving, take the brain out and just send it. But, round one coming up in a couple of weeks. You racing drivers have always got high expectations, but what's the aim for you coming back into the series and getting that first weekend done?
Yeah, I mean, we've not had a lot of testing. We've done the 2 days last week at Croft, one of which was compromised because we had a slight engine problem. We did get some good running in, but we're here today. We weren't planning to be here today, and we are. Which is great, and then we're at media day next week, so it's not a lot of running. We wouldn't have been able to do any more because the team only received the engines whenever they did in time for when we went testing, so we couldn't have fit any more in. So realistically, I've got to be a little bit easy on myself for probably the first 2 rounds of the season and try and bank as many laps as possible and see what happens, and just be, not be too annoyed with myself. At some point in the year, the cards will fall in my favour and it'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
I've just got to be sensible and not too hard on myself. Early on, especially, I am expecting the car to be good at the likes of Thruxton and Oldham Park, because their Civics, historically gone really well there. But we'll see. I don't really know, and I'm just easy with it really, and willing to let it come, and what will be will be.
Yeah. Absolutely, sounds good. Well, as the NASCAR's come in, I'll leave you to your day. Keep up the good work, Stephen, and yes, see you at round 1.
Thank you very much. See you later.